Whose clues? It's Blue's Clues.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I'm revisiting Lonis, Cryptozoologist. She's a snake, she's an elf, and she's gonna get a clue by watching as other creatures enter the battlefield. This deck recently got a major upgrade with Academy Manufactor, which makes it so not only do you get clues, food, and treasures all at the same time. And this is a game objects deck, meaning we are trying to make tons of clues and then use them to steal from our opponents, or use them for other things, like giving improvise to our spells and casting more of them, or making a giant Kappa Cannoneer, or locking down our opponent's cards with a Junk Winder. Yes, this is a Simic crime deck, but really only the commander. The rest of this deck is a bit of a tempo deck. It's also doing some tokens things, but it's playing good Simic cards in order to make a ton of clues, and it can even go infinite using cards like Urza, this is the Terra Urza, and Shrieking Drake to generate infinite clues to take any card from your opponent's deck, or just use that for infinite mana if there's an Academy Manufactor in play. This deck has a bunch of artifact synergy as well. Akal, Pakal, Sarenth Steelseeker, these are all cards that work nicely with Lonis, and they're not even necessary in the deck. This deck is flexible enough that you can play pet cards you just kinda like, on top of the clue, artifact, and enter the battlefield synergy, because it's strong enough that you can have some fun with it. So let's take Lonis into the queue and get a clue. Garuda, Doom of Depths, is going to be milling both players and cheating even-costed creatures into play from the grave. I have turn 1 ramp here, so I'm gonna keep it. I don't have actual blue mana, but I have blue mana for 2 cards that I have access to, Lonis and Uro, since they're legendary. Oh, nice, a Mox Amber. So I'm gonna hope that this gets to live, because if it does, that'll be really helpful. If it doesn't, I might have some trouble. So Confounding Conundrum, going to be a landfall hate card, which I'm actually totally fine with them playing. It's also in this deck. Lonis, Mox Amber, and a Landlore Navigator. This is a digital-only card that's really great in Lonis because you're making these clue tokens, which makes it really easy to have 2 or more artifacts enter in a turn, so you get a Thieving Magpie, which then draws you cards. So they're ramping. Cool ramp. Go for the draw, keep back Lonis. We also get a map token, and I could play Uro, but I might want to hold this Tidebinder. Do you want me to say hello back? Hi! I thought they were saying hello like, ooh, you got the crazy stuff. I have 3 mana. What do you have? A Clever Impersonator. Who are you? A Hobbit? They're saying hello to cheer me up. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a rough day. Land. Leaf Leap. Kellen. Magpie. Provisioner. Bird. Wait until the second Magpie comes out. And if they wipe the board next turn, rough. If they go for Garuda, we can either go for the Stifle or Big Steel or both. I'm going to go for the Stifle. Oh, wait, do I only have 2? Then I'll have to use this. Fine. Treasures. They could stop this. Spell Pierce? Okay, cool. 5, 6. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me something cool. I, too, am a Garuda deck. Crab. I like that I'm just doing what they're doing, but mine triggers first. Okay, what did we hit? Cavero? Spark double. Okay, we spark double the Garuda. I spark double the Garuda. This is their deck, but I'm doing it. Visage Bandit on the clone of Garuda that's non-legendary. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay, only choice. Whew! Okay, Mimic and Arden. Mimic. Okay, and now they go. No clones about it. Wow, they just whiffed. Okay, cool. I'll swing in for lethal. Treasure. I mean, at least one of us did the thing, right? That's gotta count for something. Amazing work, everybody. Wrenn and Six. And I'm very happy to say I have a wash away. So if they play their commander, I can stop it once. Wrenn and Six deals 1 damage to a lot of creatures, killing them. My Birds of Paradise, my Llanowar Elves, but more importantly, it recurs lands from the graveyard. Most notably, this plays into landfall strategies, but also land destruction strategies, which I have a good card against here, the Ice Till Explorer, so I can rebuild from my graveyard. Yeah, if they strip mine you, that's cool. I can play it again, hopefully. I will not be playing Lonis here because I want to make sure I have the wash away. Or Cyclonic Rift, that's also a helpful card. Hi, Wrenn and Six. Yeah, I match into a lot of Wrenn and Sixes. Hi, Wrenn and Six. Bye, Wrenn and Six. They're a deck that plays plenty of lands, though, so, like, it'll be easy for them to just play this again. Is Lonis a tier 1 commander? No. Lonis is fine. I'd say, like, Lonis is one of the decks that has a very dedicated strategy, but that strategy is very heavily supplemented by just Simic good spells, like Cyclonic Rift and some counter spells, which probably moves it up a bit in matchmaking. Okay, Fable the Mirror Breaker is not a creature, so I cannot subtlety it. But now I have a land in the graveyard, which I'm very into. Because I could have gone for the non-basic there. Nice. Richard Starfield. Landfall, landfall. Yeah, we got a bunch of new clue support, which is really great for this deck. And that's why I wanted to save the fetch. So I could use it for Lonis this turn. We mill ourselves a bunch, which is really good for the Uro. And pass the turn. Do I have any decks I consider hard to master? Yes, absolutely. There are certain decks and archetypes that are so much harder to pilot than others. And while I tend not to run some of the decks that require the most concentration and math while I'm streaming, they can be very fun to play offline. But like when I'm like narrating my plays, it's a lot harder for me to like do the math on like certain sacrifice decks, certain combo decks, ones that are like, oh, I need to make sure I have a very particular amount of things happening. All right, so Pyrogoyf would be able to kill one of these, which means to me it is worth putting back into their deck. I will investigate. I'm gonna get a clue. Hello. Yeah, God, like Amulet Titan? I don't even think I could pilot Amulet Titan. Like, without practicing? It would require so much work. Okay, so hoof right here is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It is not lethal. So what I'm going to do instead is play Starfield Vocalist, who's going to double these investigate triggers. By the way, I can also warp that. The warp creatures are very cool with her because you can use them multiple times. Actually, I'll keep the Drake and drop. Those two are a combo together, by the way. Shrieking Drake and Urza. Yeah, I'm not bringing them back anyway. So let me draw twice. And now the land destruction strategy, I'm going to go ahead and say it ain't going to cut it. We're milling, surveilling. Cool. Rad. And now, you may notice, I know what card is on top of their deck. So I'm going to steal it. Pyrogoyf, I have 5. I can just do it for X equals 4. I will do it. I was planning on putting an upkeep stop. But yeah, it's good. Justice. Tifa Lockhart doubles her power with every landfall. I am going to keep this hand because it has Academy Manufacturer in it, which is the reason why we're updating Lonis. They added this card just this week. The reason this card was added into Arena, by the way, is because it is in a secret lair that's coming up. Oh, yes. I'm Pippin for real right now. And so it's like the Play-Doh secret lair. Should be good. I could play Lonis this turn, but I have that mana drain. So I'm actually just going to chill so I can maybe double spell next turn. Alright, going to try to mana drain Tifa, because if I can slow her down at all, I would love to. Now, they do have 1 green mana up, which is probably for a protective spell that prevents, like, a permanent from being targeted. Because you have to protect Tifa. Oh, commune with dinosaurs. Get a land. I doubt they have many dinosaurs. Alright, nice. See that extra mana? That's going to be integral to my game plan. Lonis. Into Academy Manufacturer. Into Tameo. I now have 2 mana to work with. I got clues. I got food. And just you wait until Pippin comes down. We love replacement effects, don't we? Yeah, Pippin first, because I have enough in the treasures. So when this card got printed, these two got printed together, by the way, there was a deck introduced into Modern that people called GameObjects.deck. And this is exactly what the deck did. Also, I have so many clues here. Let me, like, draw some cards first. I'm gonna eat some food. This is what Pippin's here for. Be plussin'. Oh, yeah. What do you think I can steal from them? What non-land permanent do you think I could be grabbing? God, I love Game Objects, the deck. Let me draw a little more. Food, food, food. Oop. You can also do a similar deck with Sam from the Lord of the Rings set. All right. I'm stealing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sure. One short of an Ulamog, but I don't know. Give me something good. If my tireless tracker is as big as your Tifa, I'm not as scared of her. Alpha Authority, Adventuring Gear, and Torgal, a fine hound. My tireless tracker? He's like such an alpha. Oh yeah, sorry, sometimes turns can get kind of long when this guy comes into play. Enter the unknown. You know what? I don't think you're gonna. I don't want them to be able to play an additional land this turn. This is, by the way, going to trigger all of these again. They're just sick and tired of it. As they should be. It's him! Torach! Torach, if kicked, makes you discard 2 cards at random. Sounds familiar. Torach is a discard commander, and one that is probably pretty good against just random decks, because it's got Protection from White, it's got this random discard ability, and it grows as things are discarded. And many players, like myself, are actually discarding things, like, on purpose, just to grow things, but that's not what this deck does. This deck is going to be doing Lonis on turn 1. Thank you, Chrome Mox. We love that. This is the first Torach I've run into, but I imagine it's a lot like Tiny Bones. Yeah, it's him. Haha. I thought it was funny. Hi, Academy Manufacturer. Come be a mistake for me. This card is so silly. It's crazy that they put this in Arena. It's crazy that this card exists. Like, I can cast a 2-mana Thought Monitor next turn. Possibly less. Yeah, 1-mana Thought Monitor. Good old game objects. And I have a counter spell up. I could draw cards, or I could try to steal from them. How many clues do I have? A bunch. Okay, cool. It depends on what they do. Okay. Since it's a damnation, I'm going to start by trying to draw a way to counter it. Okay, that ain't it. Nah. They die. I don't mind. Oh, check out this junk! Wait, Lonis first. Then we can get some junk in our trunk. Yeah, Junk Winder can lock down that Solar Transformer. Oh, I already used the other land. That's fine. I can use the treasures and stuff for this. Or should I just be holding? It's a big creature. I want to play it. Lock it down! Junk Winder. Also part of Game Objects, the deck. This was all part of the same set. Manufactor, Lonis, Junk Winder, and a second board wipe. Wow, 2 turns in a row. Just have Big Cookie to eat. Big Cookie. I'll get a clue. Or 2 clues. So they kick this. R.I.P. Tail's End and Gilded Goose. I thought about holding the, holding the counter there, but it's like, I don't know, man. I want to play. They don't want me to play. All right, clue. Wash away. Elf. Great. I gave you more cards for me to discard. Go blank. Grazer and Elf. There goes the graveyard. Torach grows. And a dark deal. Hey, that's one of the only wheels. Oh, but we only had one card each in hand. So sad. Too bad. I'll just play the land and swing in. I can eat some food. Food is good. Check it out. Raven Man! Sadly, Raven's not in the chat to see Raven Man. Otawara would be pretty nice to bounce the Torach. Also have the Lonis available. If I bounce it, they would go to make me discard this. I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to do both. So I will start with a draw. Oh, yeah. Okay. Because this does count as a discard, but then, like, it comes back. It's cute. Oh my gosh, they're making me discard. I will discard this card. Torach grows. They will get a bird. Got another discard spell? Wait. Pass the end step. Then bird. I also bird. Ah! Food! Ooh, damage. Wait. Damage. So I have to block one of these two, or I die. That means I won't have lethal in the air next turn. Untap. Oh, you are so close. So close to being there. If only this had untapped. No, seriously, if only that had untapped, it would be lethal. Or what else I got? Aw, Druneth. Druneth's like, who, me? I'm gonna say removal or bust. If removal for Druneth, I lose. If not removal for Druneth, bird. Reminder that this game went board wipe into board wipe. Lands, are you right? Did you draw more of them? I had a hoof. Knight! See, they give us a 25-month resub. Yep, that's a land. And a win for us. We may have died, but we still killed them. Crumb, Violent Cacophony, and no second spell synergy is going to be stopping them, because that's a pretty neat card. I'm actually surprised to see it. That is not a usual commander, so I guess second spell synergy will draw them cards and make a big flyer. It's like Thunder Junction. There was a whole bunch of these. Malcolm, that's probably the one I think of the most. Oh, okay. Bird back in hand. Lonis. And my cat just came into the room. Runnin' from Lions, thank you for the 9-month resub. There's another Crom that has partner. Okay, so this is definitely like a tempo deck, because they're playing As Foretold, which, nothing ever good happens from As Foretold. I'm playing Seren's Steelseeker because I did not get a land. Whew, there's one. All right, thank you. Thank you, Seren's Steelseeker. Wow, 2 in a row! It's probably going to be a lot of counter spells if they're running that. But it also does help with, like, casting a spell for free so that I can cast a second spell. Scraps, would you like to come up here? She's yelling at me. Honey, you want to be in the video? Scraps, come on. I don't think I want to use Lonis's ability. I got a free lizard anyway. You know I love free lizards. I'd pay for a lizard. Had I the opportunity. Get loose with the goose. This is my cat, Scraps. She likes to be in the way. She also likes to be in videos because she knows when I'm streaming, she has a chance of getting treats. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you. I love the way you block the screen with your big fluffy tail. They're gonna discount their spells. That's their first spell this turn. Thank you. Thank you, Scraps. He's so good. Prismari command, not destroying any of my artifacts, but instead going for a treasure and killing the Steel Seeker. Dang, I wanted lands from that. I could eat those two to make that bigger. Yeah, I'll do this. So I'm going to swing in with Albiorix. Does notably have ward. They did not block. Temporal manipulation. Cool gemstone. I'll lead with it. Albiorix again. Tireless Provisioner. Gemstone Caverns, making a treasure. And then Lonis again. I sacrifice a treasure which causes Albiorix to grow. These two do like each other. Oh, Scraps. She's like, I am being ignored. I need a treat right now. Somebody give me a treat. Young Peasy, as they start slinging spells, they'll be making 1/1s. Okay, they are exiling this and giving me a 4/4 elemental, easy to bounce. Play the Great Henge. It's pretty great. But it gets countered. Oh. And they could cast another spell this turn. I wanted my henge. That's why I'm not swinging with Albiorix. I do have the ability to sacrifice two clues here. But it just ain't enough, right, Scraps? She's so out of it all the time. What a good little old lady. And by the way, because I get asked this a lot, she's not huge. She's just directly in front of the camera. She's like 10 pounds. 10 pounds of fluff. So little of this cat is actually cat. It's mostly fur. They're digging! Through time! Yeah, I was going to use the mana there to cast Fanatic, and then if I got another land, like Leap Leaf Guide. And if I wanted this to be cheaper, I could have sacrificed those first to make a bigger goose. I do really want mana, though, because if I can get a big Ornate Imitations, it'll make so many clues. Valakut Awakening. They're going to throw some cards back from their hand, put them on the bottom of their library. Good to keep combo pieces in. And draw that many +1. It's a land. Followed by Opt. They get some triggers, drawing more cards. I like that they're getting so much value out of this. I'm gonna throw Momo a peach. My virtual pet gets a treat. Does my real pet get a treat? Maybe. Maybe. Nice. Crom swings in for 7. I do get a land. Fanatic. Okay. Yeah, I want to save this for next turn. Leapin' and leapin'. And then 5. I hope you have something cool. A lot of it's going to be instants and sorceries, though, from what I can see. I'm hoping I don't get, like, rifted next turn. But I might! Okay, Lightning Bolt, Counterspell, land. It was a whiff. I could hold this back. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna swing in with you and you and you. Brainstorm! That's the first spell cast this turn. Got a second one. Alright, Scraps. You seem like you've been patient enough. You want to eat this treat? You gotta eat it right there off the microphone. Oh, she dropped it. Good girl. It's right there. Good girl, you found it. Oh, okay. They're blocking with all of those. They also untapped Crom, which, oof. And they made him big enough to not just survive, but kill my goose. Because they shored up. I missed the shore up. I was busy feeding the cat. Good girl. A talisman of creativity. I feel like what would be best for them here? Extra turn. Ooh, Rawl's fun. Some good storm.
Hey, you see a guy in a blue hood around here? I hope you
That is an otter with prowess. Ugh, shame. I don't have anything here with power 4 or more. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Please don't counter this. It's way funnier if you let it resolve. Please, please. Please, 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 please.
what's available?
Well, that's game. But at least I got to die against something new and different. I mean, you can only lose against, like, Wrenn and Sixes and similar enough times in a day and just be, like, tired of it. Good game. I'll see if they're interested in going for something other than just swinging in. They do got, like, the second spell first. And then they have lethal. Because these are all attacking for 2. And now you attack. They're not attacking. All right, good game, Crom. Leovold, Emissary of Trest, is going to stop me from drawing additional cards, which is very rude. Because that's what clues are for, and Beast Whisperers are for. I'll still keep this hand, though. I'm going to play a turn 1 Haywire Might. Hey. This is going to be nice for getting rid of various artifacts and enchantments that are causing me problems. Alright, they didn't ramp on turn 1, so I will play Lonis this turn and swing in for 1 off the Haywire Might. Yeah, so for Leovold, the decks I've seen from them are... They're just kind of sultai value piles. Think kind of like Nashi, but without a cool graveyard theme going on. swinging in. Will they have a lot of counter spells? Absolutely. Like that one. Probably some mix of counter spells, kill spells, discard spells, and ramp. And then maybe an ultimatum to chain together infinite extra turns. Beat you down with, I don't know, a 3/3. Also, Leovold will draw them cards if I, like, target. Alright. There's the board wipe. Big removal. Look, mana drain. I also have counter spells. Shouldn't surprise anybody. I am, in fact, a blue and green deck. A lot of the counter spells I'm running are also creatures, though, which is fun. If you're wondering why not go for the Nissa trigger that turn, it's because I think it's more important to hold the counter spell. Let's get this rolling. Green, I'll crack that open. Grab myself island. It is land. See what I get off Nissa's ability. Reclamation Sage with nothing to reclaim. Lonis! A memory lapse? Okay. I'm not on the Lonis game plan right now. Cards like memory lapse with Leovold are extra nasty because of the whole, like, can't draw additional cards. A lot of cards, by the way, that you think of as card draw are not draw a card, though, which is pretty helpful. Okay. I will mana drain. Because that's what they would be getting rid of. Don't even gotta use all my mana. Get out of here, Leovold. I haven't got 2 more. And I get an extra mana next turn. Ooh, Inspiring Statuary. Alright, I'll use that for the statuary. And then the statuary for this cool elf. I'll swing in for 3. They've already board wiped me. They've hit me with discards and counter spells. Let's see what else they got. Oh, the ramp. That was the other thing I said they'd probably have. And they do. All right, nice. Tidebinder can stop some of their spells and abilities. Not all, though. I will play Lonis. To draw. Mana leak. Okay, wow, you really don't want me having Lonis. I mean, Lonis with the Inspiring Statuary can get kind of crazy. I'm going to play Chrome Mox. Decline. Because I don't actually need mana from it. Oh, full control mode. Only... Yeah, I know I don't draw the card. I know I don't draw the card. I want a 6/6. Actually, wait, I can just cast that from the graveyard. Ah, never mind. I was thinking like, oh yeah, I can do that. Alright, cool. 6/6 in play. I was thinking about tide binding it, because, like, it's just a 6/6. It's gaining me life. I'm just not drawing the cards. Because someone said no! Okay. Oh no! Days Undoing is one of the few wheels that's available in Arena. And they had it. Cool. Subtlety. Can't do it. Let me guess, another board wipe. Paying a life, going down to 4. They are now at Emergent Ultimatum mana. Nissa can't scream. She's hushing. They redrew their Toxic Deluge. Horrifying. Okay. They have a flying blocker. Subtlety will be able to draw me a card on their turn if Beast Whisperer is still alive. They preordain! Psychic Frog can get flying. But only if they have enough cards in graveyard. But they can also put cards in graveyard. This is me just trying to draw. Because somebody won't let me draw on my own turn. What a jerk. Get out of here. Kappa Cannoneer has virtually hexproof. They'd be able to get through it with the bounce. Yes, hello. You just showing me that you can use it as a blocker. Yes, well, you can. This is not drawing a card. This isn't. But it is card advantage, which I would like. Kappa. Oh, I know I can't draw cards. Trust me, I have known. Druneth! Not a helpful card right now, so we're gonna put it away. Alright, with 3 cards in hand, I would be double blocking it. But they have the bounce spell. Okay, no, they're just going for flying, so they get to draw a card. I just gotta find an artifact for the win. Jofu, they can bounce it. It might have Ward 4, but they have tons of mana. I wish I had subtletied the frog. Again with the board wipes? Ugh. It's the 3rd time I've been board wiped by this guy. You want to bounce it back into my hand? Do what you will. Then what? Are you going to make me discard it? Here's Leovold! They're going to slurp up cards from my vacuum, and they can eventually bring them all into play for 6 mana. Okay. Tireless Tracker. Oh, I don't have a land. But you know what I do have? Tireless Tracker 2, the sequel to Tireless Tracker. Very lucky I drew those in that order. Yeah, Counterspell does not help when the threats are in play. So they have to have more removal. Or they could, I guess, crack open the Ghost Vacuum to make a 1/1, but that's not very useful. Yes, Leovold is banned in Commander in part because of the number of wheels. Like, the fact that they had used Dave's Undoing on me, that is, I think, the only 3-mana wheel. Fatal Push. Oh, Lurker in the Deep, my beloved. Full cost. Let's go. Give me something awesome. Landlore Navigator. I'll take it. And I'll cast it. And I'll attack with the Tireless Tracker. Block me, you will. Seeking is not drawing cards. Lurker in the Deep is going to be making 2/2s every time it attacks and putting cards in my hand. Using Seek. And finally, we close out the game against a very annoying deck. Old Stick Fingers is going to be reanimating Arden, who in turn reanimates Ulamog by exiling him and then attacking with him on the same turn. This hand has some filtering, it has an Uro, but what it does not have is a way to stop Old Stick Fingers in his nasty reanimation strat. I'm going to keep this hand instead, though they will probably make me discard this mana drain. I can hopefully deal with it by having a Frilled Mystic. I need to counter the reanimation spell. Because countering Old Stick Fingers doesn't actually do anything. It's an on-cast ability. Aw, they killed Temtam. Here comes Lonis. Why is this finger so sticky? Because they're made of sticks. They shock in. And they ramp. Because you need 4 mana to get the 2 creatures into graveyard. Oh, worm. Normally I'd name Elf on this for Frilled Mystic or anything else. But I really want to hold up the mana drain. And I already have the mana for Urza. Here comes Old Stick Fingers. Again, countering him doesn't do it. Where does Urza currently put me? Urza puts me at holding up mana drain mana. There is an infinite with Urza in this deck. Big surprise. This card, broken. Five mana. Enough for an assortment of different counter spells. Or sorry, for reanimation spells. Or some discard first. Okay, so we're going to start with the mana drain on return here. Yeah, it looks like I'm tapped out, but I'm not. That gets me 5 mana next turn, and I can go off. We win! I guess they didn't have another backup reanimator in hand. A Simic Bear is a Simic friend. Wilson Bear Comrade is a specialized commander. I only have blue mana in this hand, so I'm going to throw this back. But they are, is it Scry? All of the Wilson specializes do something from the graveyard. Alright, nice. I like the Emporium Thopterist here. Oh, Spark Double. It's got Reach, Trample, and Ward. I'm not going to bother bluffing having like a wash away or anything. I'm just going to crack open a Hedge Maze. Oh, yes. Also Simic things. Yeah, I imagine their deck is kind of like mine in that it has sort of okay, just blue stuff in it. Made better with a commander that gives you something. And the something is clues! Well, for me, not for them. I'm the clue gamer. You don't have vigilance, right? I'm like trying to remember what each of these does. They're only able to specialize into green or blue, which gives the unblockable, it looks like. Yeah. Lonis goes back in hand. Tempo! Yeah, tempo is real. And it does win games. Security bypass. Okay, so this might be Wilson Tron. Which... Okay. All right. Bear Force 1. This isn't bear typal. It's just one bear getting as absolutely massive as possible. Get myself a free spell. Try to lead with the Tireless Provisioner. Make most use of the fetch. And I'll swing for 1. Is the rest of their deck going to be oops all counter spells? Likely a lot of it. As I said, Simic Tempo. And they're just stacking things up on the bear because it has this natural built-in ward, reach, trample, and good stats. And right now it is unblockable because it's the only thing that they're attacking with. I'm, however, thinking the bear will be a little more blockable and there will be a few more centaurs in play after a Rampage of the Clans. There's another counterspell. Do I want the 2 extra mana there? I didn't play the land first for no particular reason there. Oh. Lonis gets countered again. Happy Slappy, thank you for the 21-month resub. An unbearable bear. Okay, and I'm double checking it was given the abilities. Okay. Okay, you're stifling? You're a stifle gamer? That's actually wild that they're a stifle gamer too. Yup. Because I was thinking I could actually tidebind that and it would remove all of the abilities. A Mox Amber, more mana. Got another funky aura. The very curious bear. Yes, he is. Yeah, they still got stuff on to stack. They go for Specialize. A perfect opportunity to bind the tide. Wilson, you have no text. Happy Slappy, your sub did come through. Thank you so much for subscribing. Do you like their vanilla bear? Still unblockable because that is being given by security bypass. Finally, Lonis resolves! They could have a way to buff it. And a way to counter my counter. I will try to stop it, because that's how they win. Before anybody asks why not hold Rampage of the Clans, because I didn't feel like it. I really want to play my commander. Gonna blow your mind? The commander player wants to play commander? Yeah. And they win. GG Wilson! Some mono... Well, not quite mono blue tempo. It was mostly mono blue tempo. Tempo with a bear. Kaya Spirit's Justice is probably also running Academy Manufactor as a new ad. This is a cool card. It's able to clone things from graveyards. Actually, no, wait. I'm thinking of the other Kaya that makes clues. Or am I thinking of a Teysa? Maybe all of them. You know, they put out too many Orzhov things that are legendary in a row, and now I can't tell them all apart. Yeah, this is the one that exiles from graveyards and turns their tokens into copies of the things that are exiled. Hi, Kaya. Are you gonna make a spirit? Sure are. Then I will go wide. Yeah, that sure was a dark ritual into a Kaya. So they could attack with this and then, like, sacrifice, essentially sacrifice it to get rid of one of mine. Might Sphinx next turn. If I end up with another land in hand, I might go Nissa, Kami, land. Oh, land cycling. So that allows them to turn their token into an Angel of Ruins. Yep, because they can surveil and then exile a card from graveyard. Or just make another spirit token. Cyclonic Rift. Ooh. I can actually bounce her. Might not be a bad plan. The Sphinx is rad because it lets me turn these clues into instants and sorceries in the deck. 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to draw. Fuel Tank Feaster. You got a 1 or 2 drop on the top of your deck. It'd be nice if you did. They won't get the enter the battlefield from Angel of Ruins, but it's still like a 5/7 attacker. Nope, they exile the Dark Ritual instead. Talisman of Hierarchy. Ooh, maybe I could have hit that off the clues. And Staff of the Storyteller! Gonna make a spirit and also start accumulating counters. This is some white card draw. It's a really cool card in token stacks. Yeah, you don't want to attack in because I got a thick Ornithopter. And they draw. I make an Ornithopter. The Sphinx goes down in cost. fail to get a land. Ooh. Solitude hitting who? Lonis? Okay. I don't feel the need to use just 2 clues to try to steal. This was just me trying to get lands anyway. Oh, whoops. I should have tapped that first. My bad. Still playing those. Swinging in. Yeah, I missed out on what I was going to do that turn. Ooh, nice.
Be careful.
Good board wipe for them. Land. Lonis. Leaf leap. Leap. They draw. And exile a card from a graveyard. There's not many left. There's the Solitude, Angel of Ruins. To turn that into a very large spirit with flying and lifelink. It makes it into a flying one? Oh, except it has flying. Yeah, that's what it says on there. Game objects! I was thinking about smashing you last turn. Looks like that or that. Yes, please. It's a good frog. Yeah. They're going to search their library for a card. So what do you surveil? Is it like Ulamog? Emrakul. Oh, you can respond to its trigger? Okay, neat. I wasn't too worried about it because I had the bounce. Sphinx will trigger on any creature hitting them. So we'll get our damage in. Gonna use up a clue to grab an instant or sorcery. Did I play land this turn? Don't think I did. The Sphinx. A hoof on top. You can make a spirit. Do you have another board wipe or something? If you do, I'll put the Sphinx back in my hand. Or maybe Rex Sage. It's one of those things where, like, oh, they have card advantage. As it stands, I'm putting the Sage back in hand. They're gonna reanimate the Kami and abandon all hope. GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars! Lonis is still super fun, and I got to do some of the broken stuff with her in this video, but not all of them. I don't believe I did any of the Urza combos, but I absolutely did while I was testing this deck. Yeah, people usually concede when you play this and just start, like, Shrieking Drake, Shrieking Drake, Shrieking Drake, Shrieking Drake. If you want to streamline the combos in this deck, you can add Whir of Invention and some of the mono green, like, feature tutors. I like the one that like you can replay from the graveyard. I don't remember what it's called as Harmonize, but it works pretty well in this deck. If you're looking for things to cut, I would recommend something like Akalpa Call to make room for it, or something like even Reclamation Sage, since you are then focusing purely on your own combos. As it is, though, this deck is not focused on the combos. It's just focused on doing big clue stuff, and the deck is really fun. It's pretty good, too. Definitely has a very positive win rate, and a couple well-timed counterspells can always make or break a game. This is a very cool deck to play if you want to try Lonis, and it will absolutely show off Academy Manufactor in its element. So you can find the deck list in the description. And because it will probably come up in the comments somewhere, yes, I do refer to Lonis as a woman. She's got that snooty, and I can call her whatever I want. I'm usually pretty respectful of fictional characters' pronouns, but not hers. Lonis, you will always be a girl to me. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.